Hello. Are you sitting Uniport post UTME 2025? Then if that is you, then you can't afford to skip this video. Alright, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to know about Uniport post UTME. Alright, so if I were you, which I will not be, I won't skip this video. I won't even fast forward it. I'm going to calm down and watch this video to the very end for me to understand everything I need to know in order to help me ace this UTME and gain admission even without having to rewrite JAMB next year. Alright, so if you are new on this channel, I am Emmanuel, currently a second year medical student of this prestigious University of Port Harcourt. Alright, and I'll be waiting for you and I want you to gain admission even into this institution. Alright, so what do? If you are new on this channel or this is your first time on my channel, kindly ensure you click the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new content, YouTube is going to notify you about it. Alright, so stay with me as I take you through the things you need to know about the Uniport post UTME. Let's dive into what we have. The first thing I'll be talking about is the exam structure. Alright, before coming for Uniport post UTME, it is very important you know how the exam is structured. Okay, so and I'll be talking about the number of questions. Okay, now I want you to know that it is a CBT exam. Yes, it is a computer-based test. So, and you are going to be writing it maybe just the way you wrote your JAMB. Alright, so but the difference is that you are going to be answering only 50 questions. Yes, the number of questions is just 50 questions. And these 50 questions are going to be taken from your 4 subject combinations, those 4 courses you took in JAMB. If you are coming for medicine and surgery, for instance, I know you wrote FS biology, you wrote chemistry, physics, and English. So those are the 4 courses you are going to be tested on. Then additionally, mathematics. And mathematics is compulsory for every course, whether science or arts. Alright. Then the duration for the exam is 30 minutes. So you have just 30 minutes to answer these 50 questions. So as you can see, the time is the enemy here. You have to ensure you answer your questions as fast as possible in order to beat the time. Because once the time elapses, you are going to be logged out of the system. Like, you cannot do anything about it. Even if you have not answered anything, if you like, stay in question number 1, you'll be logged out automatically. And this is what has hindered so many students that scored very high in JAMB from gaining admission. You see a situation whereby somebody scored like 280 and up to 300, and they come to sit Uniport post UTME, and because of they want to spend all the time and get a particular question, they miss out because they are not able to answer everything. So ensure you pay attention to your time, you are careful of your time, you manage your time very well. So time management is very important even for this exam. Now let's go to the question pattern and repeat. Now, what is the pattern of Uniport post UTME? What type of question is asked? Now, I want you to know that every question you are going to encounter in Uniport post UTME is basically O-level questions. It is basically everything you know from JAMB, WAEC, NECO, and your secondary school stuff. Yes, you are not going to be given anything that is A-level. No. Everything that you are going to be tested on is just the things you should know at your level. So for you to do well in this exam, you ensure you practice your past questions very, very well. Your JAMB past question, your WAEC past question, your GCE past question, every past questions at all that is within O level. Please don't go and waste time reading A level. I know most times those of you in basic, you want to go and read year 1 textbook, you want to. Please, there is no need for that. In as much as it's good, yes, it may give you a full knowledge of the things you should know, but it is very important you focus on the basics. What they want is just to test to know if you actually know what you did in JAMB and your WAEC. Because these days, people that write exams for them and all that. So are you really the one that wrote your exam? Prove it. That's what it is. And that is why it is called screening. They want to screen out chaff from the wheat. So are you going to be among the chaff or are you going to be among the wheat? I want you to be among the wheat though, don't be among the chaff, because it's only the wheat that will be admitted. Then the chaff will be pushed to write JAMB again or go to another institution. Choose wisely. Now, let me talk about some common repeated questions. Alright, in courses in subjects like mathematics, so over the years, there are questions that they are always bringing, alright? So questions like calculus, yes, your integration and differentiation, they always bring these questions. Not as if they are going to bring those complex ones, no. What they are bringing is just the ones you can think and solve within few minutes. So if you really did maths, calculus in your O level, then you don't have anything to fear. Then if you didn't do it, you can still have time to go on YouTube, watch just the basics, at least differentiation. When you are given 2x squared plus x plus 3, what is the dy ds? Find it. When you are given maybe to integrate
12x squared plus 4x.
You should be able to do them.
Pause the video and attempt the questions. Drop your answers in the comment section.
Alright, so I want you to know that the questions that is going to be given in this post-UTME, they are usually very simple, things that you can even solve without a calculator. Alright, and that is why most times they don't allow calculator, though you can still go in with market women calculator, but be rest assured that most of the times students are not allowed to go in with calculators. So solve as if you're not going to go in with what calculator, because it might not be allowed. Then for physics, chemistry, CROS, and every other courses, the questions are repeated from JAMB past questions. So if you have mastered your JAMB past questions very well, my sister or my brother, they are not going to manufacture questions from the moon. And I want you to come here and give me a testimony once you have finished writing, whether what I said is true. Did you see any JAMB question? Did you see any past question? Yeah, you might not see because you didn't study various years of past questions, but if you are able to study at least cover 10 years of past questions, my friend, there's no how you are not going to see. Even if you didn't see it word for word, at least you see it in that same pattern, okay? So it's just very easy. Okay, so the next thing I'll be talking about is the common mistakes to avoid. Common mistakes to avoid. Draw your ear. Common mistakes to avoid. Avoid these mistakes so that you will be able to get admitted into Uniport. Avoid these mistakes. Now, let me tell you before I go on, the number of persons coming to write post-UTME in Uniport is alarming. When I say it's alarming, you think I'm joking. Okay, on your exam day, you are going to see. Yes, Uniport post-UTME is on Monday, 18th of August, yes, 2025. Now, when you come for the exam, people that will be writing on Monday, nursing and humanities, I think. Maybe I'll put the timetable here so that you can see. Now, you will see the crowd that will be coming. Now, all of them are not going to be admitted. As I said earlier, some are going to be chaff and some are going to be wheat. Ensure you avoid these mistakes so that you don't end up being the chaff. Rather, you become the wheat that will be accepted. Now, what are these mistakes? Number one, skipping past questions. Now, this mistake, the first mistake you shouldn't do is to skip past question. As you are preparing for your Uniport post-UTME exam, you should have by now, like by the time you are watching this video, because this video is coming late, is almost less than a week to post-UTME. So by now, you should have been grounded with your past question. What do I mean by grounded? Like there's no question they should bring for you now that even if you don't have an answer, you should have a hint on how to get your answer. Baba. You should know, like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to explain it, but there are times you hear a question, your mind, you just, even most of you that wrote JAMB that scored very well in JAMB, let's say you scored up to from 250 and above, passing Uniport post-UTME should not be a challenge to you if you really practice your past question very well. So don't joke with your past question. Don't skip past question. If you have not been doing it, forget everything you are doing now. Leave that WhatsApp, leave that scrolling and Facebook you are chatting. Carry your past question now. Start digesting it from now till the date of your exam, and you see that you definitely do well. And what do I don't mean you should go cram your past questions. No. Cramming past question is as good as wasting time, because you might cram and you didn't see what you cram. So, but when you study it and know the reason or how to get the answer, even if you are given question, you'll be able to know how to tackle the question. All right. Then the second mistake to avoid is spending too much time on one question. Hey, hold your ear. Do not spend too much time on one question. Now, I want you to know that every question carries equal mark. Every question carries equal mark. So if you go to spend your time and say, I must get this question by hook or crook, then you stay on that question and sleep on the question, and before you know it, your time is running out. My friend, nobody is going to applaud you because you got that only that one question correctly. Somebody that didn't even solve at all, that just did tombon and was able to answer everything and got maybe higher than you, he will be seen as the person that did very well. He will be seen as the wit, and you now you become the chaff. I'm sorry that I'm using wit and chaff, but this is just the reality. Okay, so ensure you don't spend too much time on one question. At least the highest time you should spend on a single question is 30 seconds. We are out. 30 seconds is even much. Like, once you read the question, if you know the answer, click the answer and move. If you don't know the answer, you eliminate the answers that are wrong, you feel that are wrong. That is another way of answering questions. You eliminate the answers that are not related to the answer at all. Then you'll be left with the one that looks like the answer. And hopefully, God will help you, and that will be the word answer. So instead of going to sleep on it, no, just pick the one you feel is the answer and move. No time to waste time. Another mistake to avoid is ignoring questions. Most times students are like, I don't know the answer to this one, let me leave it when I come back. Uniport PostUTme will shock you, baba. If you keep on saying when you come back, that coming back might be next year when you are coming to write PostUTme, but may God forbid that for you. I say God forbid on your behalf. Please don't skip. Instead of skipping, select an answer that looks like the answer, and you pray God will help you, and that answer will become the answer, and you pass it. So don't skip any question. Another mistake to avoid is guessing without elimination. Just like I've said, when you are guessing, first, before you should be able to guess very well, you don't have to. You have 4 options, for instance, and you are just looking at all of them, A to C, A to D. You should be able to know that this answer, when you read a question, you should be able to know that this answer does not relate at all. It does not relate at all. You eliminate the ones that are looking odd. Yes, eliminate the ones that are looking odd. Then you will be left with maybe 2 answers that are very close to the answer. Then look again in-depthly. Then you should be able to find the real answer. Okay, this way you'll be able to answer your question. I know it's not easy to know. You cannot know answer to everything, but people that have scored very high in this exam, that was actually the method they used, and it worked for them. Now let's talk about the winning strategies. Okay, this video is just a short video, so stay with me. Now, the first winning strategy I'll be talking about is practice under exam condition. Practice under exam condition. This is not negotiable. If you must do well in Uniport PostUTme, you must first of all practice, put yourself under that exam condition, and this should be few days before the exam. Yes, maybe you have been doing past question all this while. Now, let's say 3 or 2 days to the exam, you try using jam simulator apps, all these jam mobile apps that you can time yourself. Now, and put 50 questions, select 50 questions randomly from all the courses you are doing, then put the time 30 minutes. Now, and try answering that 50 question within that 30 minutes and know how far you can go. See if you are able to answer everything or you are not able to answer everything. Now, if you are able to answer them, then check how accurate you are. If you are not able to answer them, then you now adjust and work hard. All these things are building you towards the D-Day. Because if you allow yourself, if you don't experience how the exam day will be, then when you go to the exam hall, you'll be destabilized because you've not had that feeling. But if you have had the experience already, going there again now will just be for you have already known how it is. It's just like somebody going to fight a battle. You don't know how the pattern of the battle is. There is every tendency that you are going to lose. But if you have prepared yourself very well, you know that okay, this is a battle of we are using we are not using gun, we are maybe axe, we are using machetes to fight, then you should be able to know how to tackle the question, right? So it's very important you put yourself in exam condition. Practice with jam simulator apps. There are flash learner apps, this my school mobile apps. Use them and it will put you under that exam condition. The second winning strategy is answer easy questions first. Answer easy questions first. Now, this one is applicable to those that are going to work with time. Those that are going to work with time. Now, how do you do it? Now, there's no how you check questions and you don't know the ones that are easy. Now, when you read a question, if you know that maybe you are sure, very sure of the answer of that question, pick it and move to the next question. But let's say you read question 1 and it is what you know, pick the answer. But if you read the second question and it's somehow looking difficult to you, now you want to apply that rule I talked about earlier by doing what? You don't spend much time, but you pick an answer by eliminating the ones you feel that are not right. And what do? You write down the number of that question. Maybe it's question 2. You are not really sure of the answer. Write it down on your photo card. Yes, write it under your exam slip that will be given to you with your pencil. Yes. Now, when you write it, you just note it. Now, do that and ensure you have gone through all the 50 questions to know the ones that are easy and you have answered them. Not skipping anyone, but noting them down, the ones you felt your answer were not that correct. Now, once you have been able to answer every question to the end, now you come back. When you take a look at the numbers you wrote down, if you still have time, you now go back to them and say, okay, let me now read this and see if the answer I picked at first was correct. So if you do this, there's no how you're not going to get your answers very well. Maybe you didn't choose the right answer when you were the first time. You can now select the right answer now. But this is only if you work with time. If you do your time management. Remember, do not skip a question with the intention of coming back. You will not always have the time to come back. So to be on the safer side, ensure you pick answers as you are moving. Then another important winning strategy is use smart guessing when unsure. Now, when you are not sure of the answer, as I said earlier, ensure you pick an option. But when picking an option, guess accurately. Be smart, all right? Uniport UTME is not only about for intelligent students. There are people that have scored 300 plus in JAM and they come to Uniport UTME and they score about 160 and some score less than 200. Why? Is it that they are not intelligent? No, they are not smart. So you should be smart. If you are smart, you should know that, okay, this answer and this answer are looking odd. You take them out and pick the answer that is very, very simple, that looks like the what answer. Then another winning strategy I want to talk about is get familiar with your strongest subjects. Okay, so I know that everyone has the subject they are good at. Ensure that at least in that subject you are good at, that there is no question that will come out under it that you will not devour, that you will not be able to answer. If you are good in physics, there should be no question in physics that you should fail, so that at least when you are able to gather marks from the ones you know very well, it is going to be an addition to you to the ones you don't know. All right. So, but when the ones you know, you didn't even get anything. So, what will you talk about the courses or the subjects you don't know? So, ensure you are able to do what? Get marks from your strongest courses. Then the final tip, final winning strategy is rest well before your exam day. Rest well before your exam day. In as much as you have read, you have prepared, you've done your best. It's not a night to your exam that will give you all you need. No. The preparation you have been doing all this while, right from when you wrote your JAM, after the result was released, I know most persons began preparing. So if you are that person, by now you should be resting. In fact, you are good to go. All right, just say your prayers and commit everything to the hands of God. A day to your exam, don't stress yourself. Sleep. I know it's not easy. Even as I'm saying it now, sleep. During my own time, to be frank, I'm not sure I slept though. I still had to look into past question, but still sleep. Okay, calm down your brain. calm down your nerves so that as you go for the exam, you will not be anxious. All right. So that's for the winning strategies. Okay. So, okay, guys. Finally, before we draw the curtain, I want to be sharing some important bonuses with you guys. All right. The first one is ensure you visit the exam venue early to reduce stress. All right. So if you're having exam on Monday is 18. You can use Sunday to come around Uniport. If you by now, even if you are coming from another state, before Sunday, at least later Saturday, you should be in Rivers State, you should be in Port Harcourt. All right. So when you're in Port Harcourt, it's very important you come around Uniport to at least go check your venue. If you have not been to Uniport before, go check your venue. Say, okay, I'm writing in Basic, I'm writing in Ashgrove, I'm writing in ICTC. Then you go there, check your venues. All right. So if I have time, I'm also going to upload another video where I'm going to be sharing the 3 venues of Uniport Post UTME. Yes, maybe I'll be putting the pictures or the direction how you can locate there. All right. I hope I'll be able to do that. Sure. Okay. If you have done that, at least the exam day proper, you won't have any stress locating your venue because you have already gone there. Secondly, bring all required items. Okay, and what are the required items for your Uniport Post UTME? The required items is just your exam photo card, the card that has your photo on it, and also having your course, your exam date, and your time and venue. That is your photo card. Ensure you come along with it. Then you can as well come with a pen, a pencil, an eraser, as the case may be. Then if you want to come with calculator, just know that calculators are not always allowed, but you can at least come with non-programmable calculator, like the market women type of calculator, and maybe this CAPEC, CAPEC. Don't come with Casio, it won't be allowed. Don't come with all this Popo and the rest. Come with non-programmable calculator. Should in case they allow you to use, you'll be able to use it. But if they don't, then just know that it won't be allowed. All right, final tip here is ensure you double check your time and location a day before your exam. You have reprinted your slip, but a day to the exam day, you can as well still check again to know, because there are times then they used to change. Like I believe this thing has happened maybe a few years back when they had to, people did reprint the first time, and at the end their centers were changed. So if you didn't reprint, if you did the reprint a day before your exam day, try to check the reprinting again on your portal whether it is still where you were given. All right. So when you do all these things, I believe you are set for Uniport Post UTME. There is no way you are not going to do or to perform very well. All right. So having watched this video to this point, this is me congratulating you ahead already for your success, even in your Post UTME 2025 in Uniport. I'm rooting for you. Go in this your might and ensure you conquer Uniport Post UTME. But before I leave, if you have not subscribed to this channel,
subscribe
please
to my channel.
Please do help us by subscribing to this channel. If you liked the video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you have any question at all, you can as well put it in the comment section and I'm going to attend to your question. All right. And anything at all, just share with me. Maybe if there's any video you want me to make, you can as well put it in the comment section. So this is me wishing you all good luck once again. All right. So guys, bye.